It's a local variable. Okay, so if stealth crouch and is crouched, then we are not visible. Otherwise, if we have stealth teams and is breaking stealth, and not breaking stealth, then go there. Otherwise, show our team indicator. Now I gotta reorganize all this crap. Alright, so if stealth crouch and is crouched, then invisible. Otherwise, if we have stealth teams and I need to make this a lot nicer to deal with. Let's get this reroute node set. Alright, that looks a little bit more manageable. Alright, so if they aren't on our team and all that, then we're going to see if they're breaking concealment. So I need to turn stealth mode on. Okay, so has other team indicators and stealth teams is true. Let's do that. So let's boot this thing back up and make sure that stealth works. Yeah, I've got this stupid thing where my desk squeaks right now. I really should go do something about that because it's more annoying than I give it credit for. Oh yeah, and we got the stealth of material on there for our character. I forgot about that. Should we have dashing reveal you? Nah. Alright, so I can see red. Blue can see blue. And I can see when they're unstealthed. Alright, totally works. You open the infiltrator demo for Unreal. Your computer was in the red, as in your computer is not up to specs to run the infiltrator demo. That's unfortunate. Alright, so that's team indicators. Very simple team indicators, but team indicators nonetheless. So that's a good point to check in the work that I've got and kick off a build and make sure it all works on the build machine. So let's regenerate stuff just to make sure I don't have any lingering things that are screwed. Also, welcome Blackbug. I don't think I've seen you in chat before. Yeah, Rambo slow. Yeah. Well, if you're running it, are you running inside of the editor, or are you just running? You're running like a shipping build. Because if you're running inside the editor, you're not going to get nearly as good a performance as a shipping build gets. Otherwise, if you're looking, Blender user mainly, yeah. Otherwise, if you're looking for how to debug that sort of thing, you can run the profiling tools. I think it's profile GPU is the console command, and it'll give you a frame snapshot, and you can go take a look at what exactly is killing your performance. But I would expect any demo for Unreal Engine. Demos usually, if they're run at kind of the high graphics settings, usually they can be pretty resource intensive. So I don't know. The quality settings work real well for our game, just out of the box. So I would expect you might be able to just tweak those a little bit and it should work for you. The other thing is if you boot up the editor, the first time you run the editor, it's got to compile a shitload of shaders. So your performance is going to be pretty trash until it's finished actually compiling the shaders, because it uses the multi-threaded shader compiler thing. So it's going to max out your box until it's finished, and your performance is going to be in the ground, like awful. So that might also affect your performance. And I don't know, I don't really look at the shaders for Unreal. Pretty much all the Unreal stuff that you're dealing with shaders is when you're inside of the material editor, where we're just doing stuff like dragging around nodes on the material editor and crazy stuff like that, which the most complicated one is our water body, I believe, is the most complicated material we've got. With all this trash. I'm sure Karakan remembers this. With all the water stuff that we might use at some point. We'll see. We'll get to it. But it's just like a fucking crazy town thing. I should go look at that. Where is it? We've got the prototype, tech test, maps, no. Prototype visuals, the waterfall and cave one. It's been forever. And I should get on Adam to like actually add water to something, because it does look really cool. It's just he doesn't know the buttons to press to make it work. Does this thing even run anymore if we hit play? Shaders compiling. It doesn't actually start the level. It's just a black screen. Trying to read set scalar parameter player logic object with none for the level. Yeah, okay, let's add a level to this thing. The infamous Pebble Cave, it's true. I can't move around. I can't move. Why not? The ball's trying to be reset. It can't get reset. Alright, so we want a player spawn area for these guys. We don't need a goal, but we do need an arena bounds object. Alright, let's see if that'll let us. What the fuck? Oh man, this thing is totally fucked, isn't it? That is great. Just need the footlights. So, oh man, that's great. The camera is stuck on this person who doesn't exist, and I'm playing as somebody else. We can watch the fat sacks flail around. That is really cool, actually. That we have all the fat sacks cause ripples and shit like that. I mean, the waterfall's all fucked up, but that's fine. We should definitely get that in there somewhere because it does look really cool. Well, let's see. We've got the player somewhere, right? Player tester, platform player tester. Standard player proxy. All right, if we get rid of you. All right, then it actually does work. And this was so long ago that we made this stupid ass cave. Yeah, we need to get that water in somewhere. We should just do that sometime. Because it still works. Like, it's still doing what it should. Yeah, which file? I haven't looked at any of the infiltrator stuff, so if you're talking about infiltrator stuff, I'm sorry, I'm not really gonna get it. The demo file? Yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to talk about the demo file as I have never run the demo file. You know, I should actually just make a level that's like, hey, this is the map that Kirk made, and Adam can't touch it, and it's just like a bunch of stupid visual effect crap. That makes no goddamn sense and has no place in the game. It's just like made in crayon. Alright. We'll save that. Still want to wander around in the cave just for the hell of it? We'll have the lost levels. Alright, so we got that. And I just want to make sure everything works with a bunch of people. We'll check our stuff in, and then I'll need to move on to the next task. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Oh, alright. But that's not what I wanted to do. I want these to run in separate, standalone executables. There we go. And join, you bastards. Alright, good. I will check all that in. Alright, so I got that. Let's see, that was player indicators. I'm just checking on some of our server stuff at the moment. I've got some help tickets out to Rackspace to clear up some questions that we've got. Status monitoring. What the fuck does that mean? Anyway. So that's all checked in, and very good. Let's also double check the forums, see if there's anything to moderate. No, all good. Alright, I will be right back, and I guess I'll be wanting to work on getting those game options actually working, because that's our team indicator stuff set up. I've actually gotten quite a bit done this week. Which is pretty cool. Like average around around 3. Which is pretty sweet. Alright, well I will be right back then. So Well, I fixed the squeaking on my desk, so that's a victory for all of humanity. Alright, so what else have we got going on here? I mean, there's practice from objects and all sorts of stuff like that. I could also work on fixing a few bugs. Could fix the space and path name causing issues with the server batch file, so why don't we do that? I'll just change this to fixing various bugs. Okay, so the batch file is in scripts server.bat. So why don't we change some of this so it's not as shit as it has been in the past? Or is now? So I'll change this to a list as well. And this is just batch file stuff. Batch files are annoying and stupid. But that's what we got, so we're gonna use it. This will prevent people from misspelling the name of the map. So it'll give us a little menu for the map path as opposed to otherwise. And when we start up this guy, let me see. I'm gonna need to go download this thing from the website. Alright, so let's grab the dedicated server. Server key exists. Server key not found. Server key exists at blah. Server config doesn't exist yet, needs to be made. Enter game name, Kirk game. Default time limit 120, 5, 3, 7771, 7772. True, true, 1, 2, 3, 4. False, and we want sunny day. Alright, so the game name is Kirk Game, default map path, writing config file. Folder Brackensag was unexpected. Alright, so writing config file to server conf. Alright, let's see if that'll fix it. Kirk's game 120 5 3 Your server configuration has been successfully run. Cannot find the server. Alright. See if we can do it this way. Windows cannot find dash server. Let's check this out. Start command line with spaces in path. How to use spaces in the command prompt? Single quotation marks won't do. You have to add quotation marks around each path. I mean, I could use a push D and just start it up simply. Wait, I should be able to just use push D and then pop D. So we'll push our current directory, and then we just say start Dashkin server.exe. Might work. And let's see if it actually successfully registered itself. Well, it's playing the right level, but time left and score to win. Alright, there it goes. That's all correct. Cool. Okay, so server config is definitely going to be a lot easier now as a result of that. Alright, cool. So that should do that. Okay, so what's our next task? No sound on wall collisions over the network. Let's actually go to our Brackensec arena level. Let's just have a return if we're a dedicated server. Alright, so we should pull up the player object. Alright, so if this is locally owned, handle collision. Okay, so I guess what we should do is spawn the actual thing. Because, like, we'll have the character be stunned and everything else, but... I guess what we have to do is actually send a multicast message here saying, hey, spawn an effect at this location for us. That's not really what we should do, though. Okay, so in handle net collision, what we're going to do is, if we are stunned, and we'll do all this sort of stuff, our rebound thresholds, I mean, I guess we'll just see what we can do. We're not going to do any of this stuff. So we're not going to call stun. We're just going to Get rid of all this. Alright, well, maybe this will just work. So let's take a look at it. Might be close enough. Basically, over the network, if you run into something, we will try to play that effect as if you would have run into the thing. Yeah, it looks like that's causing problems. I probably should just put this on a multicast message then. Alright. Let's do that instead. So this is going to be on the player controller. So let's add a new event, a custom event. This will be server client ran into wall. This will be net. Am I calling these things net? Client, client, client. And what information do we need? We need the position, state, and just the position and the state. All right. Now this is a player controller. This thing doesn't exist on every machine. So to do a multicast, we actually have to do that inside the arena level itself. Yeah, that's kind of what we have to do. Alright. And we're going to need to pass the player proxy actor as well. And it's the physics state. Kind of not the best in the world, but better than nothing.